YouTubers. Hope you enjoy my show today. Today's the European Championship. For the European Championship for Lugo from the 28th of the 7th, 2025. It was an interesting event. It was. Also, there was a lot of people have qualified. It was quite a weird sort of event. There was a lot of new stuff. This is just before Justice Hunters comes out, so just before Vanguard will take over, but it has already kind of begun already. Yes, he's already taken these quests already. So day one, or the playoffs. So the playoffs is the event when both people have not qualified yet, or they're playing because they want to get ready. So we had 7 Malice. Yep, Malice done okay this event. Didn't do great. There were 2 Raijio, 2 Mikazuki Raijio, 2 Vanquish Soul, 1 Unchained Fiendsmith, which is quite interesting, but you don't see this deck very often anymore. Again, yep. Then you got a Mentor, 1 Mentor, then 1 Mermaid. As you see, the decks are quite weird. It's quite standard really for the playoffs. It's nothing worse, but the new one's kind of Vanquish Soul, and the Unchained stuff is quite cool. They're also using those new dog theme cards, which is quite cool. But they can use in fairies too, so which is quite cute, I guess. So they're using that, which is quite a good start. But it's what you kind of want to spend now for this sort of meta. And then day 1 and day 2. Yes, we managed to get them both together. So day 1, there was 23% was Malice. Yep. 16 was Mikazuki. 13 was Vanquish Soul. 9% was Mikazuki Raijio. 6 was Raijio. 4 was Mentor. 4 was Moonlight. And 25 others. So it's quite interesting. And 125 others was Vikings. If you're wondering. Yeah. So that was day 1. It's quite an interesting day 1. Moonlight's one of the new ones, which is quite cool with the new support. Same with Vanquish Soul. It depends which one of the racial variants you're playing, you will see. Mentor's quite normal. Malice is kind of still dominate, but it goes lower. It's not doing so good now. People are starting to know how to counter it and stuff now, and people have stopped picking it up because the ban list is on its way. Not long away, I reckon. So yeah. Day 2 was 18 Vanquish Soul, 18 Mikazukis, 15 Malice, 4 Amentos, 2 Mikazukis, 2 Raijios, and 5 others again. So it's an interesting day 2 because it's quite a balanced day 2 compared to the others. So yeah, a lot of decks are quite similar. There's no one dominating this time. Yeah, remember we don't have Battle Legends, so you won't see any of those decks in there. But maybe in August you will do so. So maybe end of the next month you will see them. So it's quite interesting, but it looks quite standard and stuff. Now 5 hours could be Loot Knights, could be Viking, could be anything. So. And then this is the top 8. So there's a big jump. So as you can see with the top 8, I might as well tell you now, I went to go with Vanquish Soul with it from Italy again. So Vanquish Soul won this whole title before the K9. So he won without K9. So, but what is different without the K9? So you'll see later on. And then there was almost somebody won from Germany, Rosalina, which is quite cool. It would have been quite good to see a Norwegian player won it, a lady, I think. Would have been the first one. Would have been quite interesting. Then some France, some Germany. No surprise there really. And there's not really big surprises for the top 8 this time around. At least we have a nice picture. This is the deck list. I couldn't get many this time, but I got the winner for your Vanquish Soul. And now what he's doing is basically, when those K9 stuff will be he's playing a couple of cards would have been the K9, so he's playing some Bestials, the Kaijus, Alos and stuff like that. So he's playing those instead of the K9. He's also playing Pot of Scravlins, a pot of Duarte, and stuff like that, which is quite cool. Extracts looking alright. I would have played a bit more copies of some of them if you're playing Pot of Scravlins, just in case you find them. But you don't need extract very much in Vanguard Soul, so which is quite cool. He also is playing quite a few different cards aside that. He's playing John Locke on the side, which is quite cool because I do that, and he's also playing Share Ride. And we have got the Mikazuki Ratio list here. Mikazuki Ratio's playing the standard list. Nothing much is really changing. Yep, he's playing the whole Solar Brigade, which is cool. He's playing a bit more links than usual, but that's okay. Then we got the Newtopia Rise Your list, which is interesting. It's just a standard sort of list of that one. And he's playing all the mod Charmies. He's also playing the Harvey Feather Dust Storm, so which is quite cool. He's also playing that new counter trap card down the bottom, which is quite interesting. So you can just negate, which is quite cool, which is quite interesting. There was a Malice list, there was a Sky Striker list, there was a Moonlight got to D2, which is quite cool. But not much has really gone on from it. So there were some good lists. Don't get me wrong, there were some definitely good lists I could definitely had on this, but I think this is alright. Alright. It'll be a little while for stuff like this. Well, might be one in this week, but present some things like this, but okay, and then thank you Konami, I'm ready to do. Yeah, just those two people today, nothing bad, nothing more, nothing less, so only two people today for thank you. It was an interesting one. Konami done most of my work, and that's what's good about Konami. You could just sort of live stream the whole entire event and watch it all. The final was a Vanguard Soul mirror, so like quite similar sort of builds. So you'll need to learn how to play the mirror match Vanguard style. There's a trap card which worked quite well. You can find. I'll be looking for tomorrow. Wednesday after the event. And there's another. You can use cards like Eyes of Truth for Vanguard Soul, but there's a chance of not working that card because only you can go first with it, and it won't let you go first with it. So there's like a 40% chance with that card, so not the greatest card. And then next for it, we'll have decks like Yummy, which will be quite good. You have to sort of go a bit of a balance with your board breakers and your hand traps and stuff. And then Dragon Tail is going to be one of the weakest ones, so you'll have to play. You can play Super Poly against that, and play this other fusion card against them. But be warned, if you're playing Blue Eyes, they will use the same fusion card too. But you couldn't use them against them, so there is that chance too. Depends. This Vanguard Soul K9 will be quite hard to play against, so you'll have to work out how would you deal with that. You'll have to use things. Maybe you have to think about Soul Drain for Dragon Tails and stuff like that. So which should be alright, I guess. So I was not there. I didn't qualify. If I did manage to qualify, I would have played Blue Eyes. I guess I would have played Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes or just Blue Eyes. I would have just played Blue Eyes without the Prime stuff. So yeah, I would have got that far. And it would have been quite expensive, so that weekend. Yeah. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Subscribe, what's your? I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yep. I was not there. Obviously, I was at locals. I was at Olex this weekend. I played Fire King Snake Eyes as Mina. Yes, I've been playing that for quite a while. I've been playing well this day though, which is a bit risky, but now I'm going to be able to get the card from this week, which would be good for the OTS coming up, not this weekend, next weekend at Geek Treat, so that'd be cool, that'd be good to go to. That'd be the first OTS since that regional, about 6 months, about 4 months ago now, isn't it? Yeah, it's been quite a while since the regional, so it'll be interesting to see what has changed I'll see if I want to play. If I get disabled, I will play Viking Snake Eye as Mina, which would be quite cool. It'd be quite an interesting deck. So it'll be a bit more on last year sort of format, but it'd be quite cool. It'll be quite a rogue option. Yep. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the show today. Subscribe, watch all. I'm on subscribe, watch all. Good. Wish me luck next weekend for the OGS. So okay. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Peace, everyone. Good luck and doing, everyone.